Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks for stopping by today. We are going to be doing something pretty exciting. We're going to be doing another DIY on my channel. You guys know I love DIYs. So today I'm going to be showing you how I made this cute little pop-up box for my planner. I made two versions, one that pops up this way and then one that pops up this way. So one is for my fitness planner and one is for my classic planner. And so I thought I'd add these to my planners throughout. I don't want it to get too bulky, but they're super duper cute, aren't they? And so today, because I posted this on my Instagram and Facebook and a couple of groups, by overwhelming response, you guys definitely want to see a tutorial on how I made these. They're super simple, so if you want to see how I make these pop-up boxes, then stay tuned. Alright, so the supplies that you're going to need to make these pop-up boxes are going to be your favorite cardstock. This is the cardstock that I'm going to be using, one of these patterns here. And then you're also going to need your favorite stickers. I got a couple of sticker books here. I'm not quite sure which one I'm going to use yet, but I've got several options here that I can choose from. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make one for my fitness planner, and then I'm going to make one for a trip that I have coming up to Hilton Head. I was also thinking I have hopefully a trip coming up to Disney as well. That would be super cute as well. But I think I'll do the Hilton Head trip, and so we'll see how it all goes. But either way, I'm making two pop-up boxes, two versions, and so you'll definitely need stickers for that because it just makes it easier. And then you're also going to need a slicer, and I have my trusty slicer here, a pair of scissors, which I've got there, and then you're going to need some double-sided tape or some sort of adhesive, and that is it. So I'm going to show you how to make these pop-up boxes, and so let's get started. All right, so the first thing that you're going to need to do is take note of the measurements. And so with this, what I did is I put this one in my fitness planner. Again, you guys already know that. I put it right here in my fitness planner, but I made the dimensions the same as the classic size happy planner because my intention was initially to put this in my classic size happy planner. So the measurements for the happy planner and the classic size is what we're going to be working with today. So a standard size happy planner box is 1.5 inches wide by 2.5 inches tall. So that's what we're gonna, the measurements we're gonna be working with today. So I'm gonna pull out my slicer, and then I'm gonna get the paper that I want. Let me see which option I wanna choose from. This is a multi-pack, so I've got several options. And so I was thinking something gold. I like these gold polka dots because you don't want it to be too busy. So when you're adding stickers, you want to be able to just see a little bit of the pattern, and you don't want it to be overwhelming with the stickers as well. So I think I'm going to use this gold polka dot pattern. And so I'm just going to pull out the whole sheet. This is such a pretty pack. Well, let me show you. It's really, really pretty. Lots of gold foil and just super pretty. All right, let's get to those polka dots. Here we go. See, it's gold foil as well. So that's gonna look perfect. And you don't want it to be too shiny of a material also, or else the stickers aren't gonna adhere. So this is what we're gonna be working with for one of the boxes, and I'll use this one for my fitness, and then we'll figure out the one I want to use for my trip, or I might use the same one. We'll see. Okay, so we need to trim it down to size. So I said that a happy planner box is 2.5 inches tall by 1.5 inches wide. All right, so I've got my slicer here and my paper. The first thing that we're going to need to do is measure out according to Happy Planner box size. A standard size box is 2.5 inches tall by 1.5 inches wide. This first box is going to be for my fitness, so I want it to flip open like a book, and so we'll need to double the measurements wide. So again, it's 1.5 inches wide, so it'll need to be 3 inches wide, so that way it'll have that opening that we need to have. And then the 2.5 inches tall is going to still remain the same. So let's go ahead and measure out 3 inches. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then we'll mark it here, and then we'll go ahead and cut it. All right, so that's 3 inches wide, and so that way it'll fold perfectly like a book. And then it needs to be 2.5 inches tall. So that's 1 inch, 2 inch, 0.5. All right, And so if you're making multiple boxes, what I would do is hold on to this as a template, and then I go ahead and make a few more, so that way you don't have to keep measuring it out. All right, so we are done. Well, actually, you know, we do need one more piece. And so if you want to have a front, which you will want to have, because what you're going to do is you're going to fold this inside. So it's going to be polka dots on the inside, but there's going to be white on the outside. And so what I did is I added a different pattern on the outside, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to use this same paper here so I don't waste it. And so you want to go ahead and cut another piece. And so the second piece is actually going to be just the 1.5 inches wide. And so let's measure that out, 1.5. All right, perfect. And then it's going to be 2.5 inches tall. So let's just make sure. Is it 2.5? 2.5. We need to trim a little bit off of it. All right, there we go. So now what we're gonna do is fold it. And when we fold it, we're gonna have our outside as well. See how that works? All right, so let's move this out the way. And so again, let's go ahead and fold it. And again, I would keep these two as a template just so you can go ahead and use them to cut the next one. So that's what I'll probably do. I'm just folding it for now. And so as you can see, you've got your back, you've got your front. So when you open it, once we stick it together, it's going to be covered on both sides. All right, so now that we've got these pieces cut for this book that's going to open that way like a book, we're going to go ahead and cut the pieces that we need for the flip up that's going to open upwards. And so once I get done with that, then we'll come back and we'll move forward with the next steps in the process. But again, our measurements are 2.5 by 1.5, and since the box is going to flip upwards, then you'll need to do 5, because you'll need to double that 2.5 and it'll still be 1.5 inches wide. And so it's kind of reversed on this one. This one was 3 inches wide by 2.5 inches tall, and so this will be opposite. It'll be 5 inches tall by 1.5 inches wide. So hopefully that makes sense. And of course, if you have any questions, you can make sure to ask me. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those dimensions, and then we'll come back. All right, and you'll still need that extra piece here at 1.5 inches tall. So that way when you fold this, or actually you're probably gonna fold it like that, you'll have this piece to cover the outside. And so you'll need to make sure, I did have this piece of scrap left over, and this seems to measure out perfectly. And so those are the two pieces that you're gonna need. All right, so here we go. So this is gonna fold out like a book, and this is gonna fold up. And so as you can see, let me pull out a happy planner so you can see how it lines up within the boxes. And you'll see it more so once I really put it in here. So as you can see, it lines up perfectly within the box. And this piece is the perfect size as well. Same thing with this, that is the perfect size. And then this is going to flip like a book outwards. All right, see how that works? All right, so we're gonna move forward with the next step in the process, which is going to be cutting slits in your paper. And so let's start with this one first. I find that 3 slits or 3 pop-ups, so you'll need to determine how many pop-ups you want. I find that 3 pop-ups work best in this, and 2 pop-ups work best in this style. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut my slits, and you're gonna variate the depths, because some of them you might want them to pop out further, and some of them you might not want them to pop out as much. And so what I typically do is I have these 2 are short and this one's long, and these 2 are still different in size. And so let me show you, because the further in you go, the more it's going to pop out, but then you'll have to use a smaller sticker because you want to make sure that it fits when it folds. And so let's go ahead and cut them, the slits. So I'm going to cut these short and keep them pretty close together. As you can see, they're not that far spaced apart. And so there's one, and then this one's going to be longer, but not too long. And then this one's going to be super short. All right, can you see that? Pretty sure you can see that. Okay, so next thing that you want to do now is go ahead and create or pull through these slits. And so remember, it's going to be every other one. So the first one we cut here, right here, If you can see that one, you're gonna push that one through, then you're gonna push that one through, and then you're gonna push that one through. So what you're gonna do is just pull it through like that. Super easy, right? So you're gonna have 3 of them. So it's kind of like a pop-up card. Have you guys seen, remember those pop-up cards? And I'm pretty sure they still have them. That's exactly what it's like. And so this part is just a little tricky getting them to all come through, because they need to come through all at the same time. So what you may want to do is pull one through and then fold it. So look on the back, make sure it's all the way shimmy through the way you want it, and then kind of just fold it. Same thing with that side, just kind of fold it, and that way that one's through. And then do the same thing for the other ones. It's still a little tricky, but once you get it, you got it. And then last one here. Just make sure everything is even. All right, there we go. You see that? Like I said, it's kind of like a pop-up card. I'm hoping you can see that. I'm pretty sure you can. So you can see the different depths. The further you cut out, the further out the pop-up is going to come. And again, the closer you go in, it's going to make it smaller. So you're going to need a small sticker for that, a bigger sticker for that, and then a medium size for that. So that's how that looks. So you can go ahead and close it up. See, if you go out too far, you see what I mean? It's going to poke out a little bit. So just don't go out too far. And if you do, just push it in a little bit more. So that way it'll work out better. And even if it comes out just a little bit past, it's okay. All right, and the next thing you want to do is go ahead and add some sticky on the outside, which I already did because I forgot about this step that I just showed you. So I actually already have my adhesive on the outside. I use the Scotch double-sided tape because you want to use the thinnest tape possible because it's already going to be bulky. So you don't want to use a super thick tape. And then you just want to put that right on the outside there. And there you have it. Perfect, right? Super cute. And so we'll put that to the side and we'll do our decorations last. Next, I want to go ahead and assemble this one. And this one is going to be a similar process, except remember, we're only going to do 2 slits because, again, this size is not going to accommodate for 3. As you can see, it's too narrow. So let's go ahead and fold it. And then what I do is I use my bone filler, which I didn't do for the last one, just to smooth out the edges. And you could do that here too if you just want to smooth out those edges a little more because it's going to be already bulky, so you want to kind of get it as thin as possible. So this tool works great for that. See, now it'll stay closed until you put the stickers in. All right, so got that done, and remember this is going to go on the outside, but let's go ahead and cut our slits first. Don't forget to cut your slits first, because if you put this here and then you cut your slits, you're defeating the whole purpose of having this, because one of the purposes again is to cover the slits. You see what I mean? So if we had you know, cut this with the slits on it, then it wouldn't look right. So make sure to cut your slits first and then do that. So again, we're going to have 2 different depths. I'm going to do one longer and then I'm going to do one shorter. Actually, this one could now. I'm not going to do it longer. That's when I go overboard. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull these babies through. Okay, so as you can see, remember what I was talking about earlier? If you cut it with this on top, then you're going to see these same slits coming through and it's going to look tacky. So that's one reason why you got to do it like that. So that way this will cover that up and it'll look neater. So let's go ahead and do that now. Get some double-sided tape. A couple of pieces. Make sure to put it on the right side too, because you want it to flip up. And so you want to make sure that you get that cardstock. You want to make sure you get that sticky on the right side. And then again, you can use your bone filler if you want to smooth it out a little bit, so it'll be a little bit more flat. So here's version 2 and here's version 1. So this is going to open this way like a book, and this one's going to flip up and open. So now that we have our boxes made, next is the fun part, which is going to be making them cute and functional. All right, so these are all the sticker books that I bought out. Not sure what I'm going to use from each yet, but I do have them available to me. So let's go ahead and do the fitness first. And then we'll come back and we'll do the one for my trip. You can do this for anything too, back to school, something you want to remember, an event you have coming up, a party you got coming up, anything, just to give it a little pop. So I love these, and I thought it was just such a cute concept. So let's go ahead and pull the one that is going to be for our workout. And remember the one that I previously did for my workout, I use it to track my steps on the inside and just some motivational things. So that's probably the same thing that I'll do for this one. And so when decorating it, and now you could, if you wanted to open this way, but you still want the stickers to face this way, you could do that too. It's up to you, but it'll be kind of sideways in your planner. So just take note of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and find the stickers that we want for the outside first. And the outside I like to be just a little inspiring quote or something. So let's see what we can find. And this is the mini sticker book for the fitness. Just in case you're wondering, I find that this mini one works better, because the stickers are kind of perfect size. Okay, so here's some quotes here. Let's see if there's something that I want to use from this. And of course I want it to match with this gold pattern. And I want it to fit. So how about if we use, well, let's see if we have another sheet in here. I think there's two. Yeah, here's another one. Oh, that's cute. Give it all you've got. How about this? I could have used that black one too. How about that instead? Just to break up the color a little bit. Yeah. And remember, that's why you don't want to use as much of a shiny cardstock, or else it's not going to adhere properly. Okay, so we've got our outside done, so let's open it up and see what we want to add to the inside. So I think on the inside, I might do the same thing that I did with my other one, but let's see. So you basically want to line it up to the edge here. See, line it up to that edge and position it wherever you want it. It doesn't have to be here, but you definitely want to cover this up. And so just position it wherever you want it to be. Stick it on there a little bit and then close it up just to give it that extra stick. Now we'll pull some sticky back and forth. What I do eventually is I just kind of pat it with my fingers like that to get some of the stickiness off of it. But eventually it'll work itself out. So we've got that there, and so next thing we want to do is find one more or two more. We want one in the middle here and one on that side. Then we're going to add some more decor to it. And I try to do a variation of shapes. So I just did this little flag looking shape here. I want to do maybe a circle or a square in the middle. I just want to variate the shapes. And so I think that'll look a lot better. Remember, you're going to put it on there and then you're just going to pat it a little bit or close it. And you want to make sure that it doesn't come out the side. So I just barely made it with that one, because when it closes, it needs to make sure it stays inside of there. So that's why this one's going to have to be somewhat of a smaller sticker, because we're already almost at capacity. So let's see if we can find something for that last one. I did really want to track my steps, guys. So let's see if we can find one to track my steps. All right, so I think the steps tracker is in my sticker book here, which is just all of my mini stickers. I'm pretty sure, because I couldn't find it in the other book, so it has to be in here. Okay, here we go. I found them. I was like, where are they? No, I know I have them here somewhere. Okay, what color do I want to do? All right, so I'm going to do this color here. Remember, you're just adding it right on there wherever you want it. Go underneath it, squeeze it together. Remember, it's going to be a little sticky till you eventually get all that sticky stuff off, but we want it to close. You see what I mean? So really, that should be a smaller sticker. So let's see. Do we care about that, or do we? Because I like it like this, right? Do I really care that it's peeking out, or do I want to cut it? I think I'm going to leave it like that. I don't think there's too much of a problem with it, right? And so just remember to take note of it when you're cutting the depthness. When you're cutting your slits in there, you don't want it to go that deep. I went just a little bit too deep because you don't want it to be peeking out the back like that. So just take note of that. All right, so we're gonna add a little bit more decor to it, and that's pretty much it. And then we'll move on to the next one. All right, I think that is good enough for this one. I love it. It's super cute and functional. And so I love how it turned out. On the outside, we've got this quote that says, "Sweat today, smile tomorrow." And then the little pop-up on the inside says, "Work out." And then I'll write in my step goal, which is going to be 10,000 steps. It says, "Don't give up." And then it says, "Eat clean." Has a little guy or a girl walking and a water bottle. So don't forget to drink my water. So as you can see, this is super simple. When you open it up, you don't want to open it too far, but that's how it looks when it pops out. And then you close it and then open it. So what you'll want to do is take this next and put it in your planner. And in order to put it in your planner, what you're going to do is just use some double-sided tape, and then you're going to just adhere it wherever you want it to go on the page. And so when you do that, then as you can see, I'm just going to add a little bit because this isn't going to go in this planner. And you add that double-sided tape, and then you're going to stick it right where you want it to go. All right, so we'll put it there, and then as you can see, you got a cute little pop-up of inspiration. And so it closes because, again, I put that sticky on, and my stickers still have a super sticky amount of sticky on the back of them. I said sticky like 3 times. And so so that's why it's closing more than usual, which is fine. But as you can see, it still opens even though I haven't like completely gotten the sticky stuff off of the back of it, and it still opens and it still closes. So that's super cute. That is my one for my workout. And as you can see, your planner still closes. And so you can have several different pop-ups throughout your planner, which is super cute. All right, so next we're going to move on to the one that I'm going to be using for traveling on vacation this summer. So this one's going to flip up that way. And so what I want to do is go ahead and figure out which stickers I want to use. I think that's probably the hardest part in the process, is figuring out. And so since this one is going to be a little different from that one because I like to layer it a lot more, then you're going to want to just be really strategic with your sticker placement. I like having the balloons like I did on the last one, so I'm going to grab that from the sticker book, which is the tiny sticker book, because those were super cute. So we'll grab these balloons here and we'll put those on first. I think that kind of sets the tone. And remember to take note of how it's going to close with these balloons especially. So you might have to pull them up and put them down a couple of times just to get it right. There we go. And then take note of the outside too, as you can see. So this is the trickiest part. So I'm going to get this right and then we'll figure it out from there. All right, so we've got the balloons added, as you can see. And so the next thing that I want to do is go ahead and add whatever else I want to add. And so this, I'm not going to really talk through too much because I'm just going to be flipping through to try to see what's going to work for me. And again, it's a vacation that I'm taking, so we'll see how this all works out. So just bear with me and just watch me flip through sticker books basically to figure out which stickers are going to work best. And then I'll come back and show you what I found. Super cute, right? I love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my planner and show you guys how it looks in there. All right, so you're just gonna pick the best spot for you. And so I'm thinking right there. And again, this is just for show right now to show you how to put it in here. This is not where it's gonna stay. But I'm just gonna put a little piece of double-sided tape on the back of it. And then you're gonna line it up to the lines. It should fit perfectly. And then press down on it a little bit and you're good to go. And as you can see, because again, some of the sticky stayed, just like with that one, it's closing. And so the more you open and close your planner, it'll flatten out a little bit more and it'll all work itself out. So that is 2 different versions. One is opening up from the top, and then this is opening up from the side like a book. So these are super cute and easy way to add a little bit of decorative touch, a little bit of scrapbooking to your planner, and still let it be functional and just to give you just a pop of joy for the day. To be honest with you, I think that's what it is, just a pop of joy. So that is it, guys. As you can see, there's 2 versions here. This one flips up, as well as this one that I created yesterday flips up. And then this one flips open like a book. So as you can see, it's super easy and simple and cute, and it just adds a little decorative touch to your planner. And so you just need a few supplies. Again, some stickers. I used all Happy Planner stickers, as well as some cardstock and scissors, double-sided tape, and a planner, of course, if you want to put this in your planner. Otherwise, you can put this in a scrapbook or wherever you want to put this. So hopefully you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed doing this DIY with you guys today, and hopefully you got a lot of value out of it and a lot of inspiration out of it on what you can use in your planner. If you have any questions, make sure to let me know. You guys know I'm here for you, and I'm willing to answer any questions that you have about this project. So I really want to see what you guys can come up with. So make sure to tag me in any photos if you recreate this. I would love to see what you have come up with. So I'm issuing some sort of a challenge, I guess, because I want to see how decorative we can get with this whole thing, how elaborate we can get, how far we can take this. So make sure to create one of your own, and of course tag me on my Instagram @HomeWithQuita. Again, I would love to see the fabulous creations and exactly how you put your spin on it. I thoroughly enjoyed it, guys, and I thank you so much for watching today. So again, thanks for stopping by my channel today, guys, and I hope that you will join me on the next video.